Hello again, everybody. This is Sports Track. Hi, I'm Mike Cimitelli, and we are so glad that you could join us for the beginning of our Section 5 championship coverage. And you know, at Sports Track, we're about all the teams from all the schools. And we started off with the Waterloo Indians taking on the Wellsville Lions. Now, this is a team that we really don't know too much about in Wellsville. They play in a weaker league than the Waterloo Indians. They have some size, and we'll tell you about them as we move along, but some great games coming up for you on this edition of Sports Track, and we're going to get right into it. They run a nice weave, we know that. And of course, the Waterloo Indians from the Finger Lakes Eastern Division. Well, let's listen to the cheer. Are they in championship form? And so let's meet the starters for the Wellsville Lions. Marcus Pete is the first guy. Chris Comstock. Yeah, you know all these guys, right? Sure. Tim McCardle. And Matt Cannon, the big horsey. And oh, look at the dance. Let's take another Sports Track look. Oh, this is one of the best. The Wellsville Lions are definitely the Czechoslovakian judge at least. They've got to get a 5.8 on that. Stop. Look at rhythm. I'm giving them a 6. The United States judge. Beautifully done. Now can they play? Oh, that is pretty. We are here to have fun. That's what it's all about. The Section 5 basketball tournament. This is Mike Woodard. Now some changes in this lineup. Steve Didsbury. Matt Morin. And Eddie Dyson. And they will not have the services of Joe Klingerman tonight, their big guy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it on the track. Tip easily controlled by the Lions inside. Layup is good. Marcus Pete. Well, we're just so glad you're along with us. And in the next 2 weeks, you will see a plethora of games. And to define that, you will see many. At least 20. One place right here. You know where it is. It's the track. We guarantee 20. Inside taken away by the Lions, and Waterloo is going to have to adjust to some of the new things and some of the new people that are out there that haven't seen all the experience. And that will be a held ball that'll belong to Waterloo. They're going to really have to look to Matt Moore, and he's been a solid player all season long, and certainly he's proven it both on the basketball court and the football field. He's going to have to lead them. Inside shot, no. Now down the other way. A little physical right there, and wait a minute, let's make a call. Yeah, I guess that way. I want to thank some great folks who have been with us all season long from the Waterloo area, the Koganun Funeral Home, Patchen Real Estate, everybody at Seneca Auto and Nugent, trustworthy hardware. And we're going to get a walk called. But really, we are excited about our coverage and all the games that we're going to be able to have for you. We are giving it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And We don't pretend to be ESPN or NBC Sports or anything else. We want to get you as many games as possible. Not going to use a lot of fancy editing and such like that, because we want to get them on as quickly as we can. And if we do that, we can't get you all the games. And we want to keep them up to date, the teams that are alive. And we'll be showing you the local teams and how they fared as they move along. But it is a great Section 5 basketball tournament. And that is why usually we have a replay of our show on Saturday mornings, but we're giving you a fresh look right here on the track. Inside shot, and it is a little ugly right now. Now here comes Waterloo with the basketball, Matt Morin. And they'll kick it back outside. This is Kyle Velt. He'll stop, he'll pop, and it will not drop. And the rebound comes down to Morin. Was at a college basketball game the other night, 2-0. Kyle Velt's sister was in the stands watching some of the great talented guys from around this area that are playing. It was a Brockport-Geneseo game. Mr. Panic from Waterloo went over 1,000 points, and had Jeff Weaver out there for Brockport, and Mr. Wadhams from Notre Dame of Batavia, and for Geneseo we had Matt Lemoyne from Palmac, and Steve Greco from Fairport, and Griffin Coles from Webster, and inside there's Velt laying it in. Well, Waterloo has had some spurts this season. Certainly they played a great game against Newark, beating them near Christmas time in Waterloo. The winner of this one will get Hornell, who's seeded 2 in the B. Inside the dump, nice look, and Cannon got it stripped. And now the other way, that's a good call. That was a carry. 4-2. And now for the Wellsville Lions. We want to thank everybody who's helping support Section 5 basketball, Waterloo Indian Hoops, everybody from Garlic Sports Barn, Grill, and the DeSica Insurance Agency, and our friends at Barrett Marine. Without their help, it wouldn't have been possible. There's Velt, and he's pushed, shoved, and that'll be a foul. Will they give him 2? They say it was yes, no, maybe, yeah. It is 2 shots. We talked about who we liked in some of the divisions, and certainly this B division, I think, is a wide open division. There are 5-6 teams that could win it. 4-2 our score, with 15 in the here on the track. One seed is Livonia, but I think they're a pretty shaky number 1. 2 is Hornell. Those teams play, I think, in weaker leagues than the Finger Lakes, like where Waterloo and Palmac play. 3 is Palmac. Oh, goodness. Let's take another look at that play there when we get a stoppage here. But, boy, that looked like a definite travel. We're not going to slow a lot down today, because we want to get in as many as possible. Shot up and a foul. Go back to this play, and right here, this is like the ultimate jump step, isn't it? And then the miss inside. 3:53 to go in the first. It's a 4-3. Will be Velt. Also at that college game, we're talking with Zach Young, a former Waterloo Indian star at the guard position. And now we go the other way with Marcus Pete. As we said, Wellsville is down in the southern tier. We just don't really know a lot about them. And that shot is good. They have not really had a chance to come up and done anything in the sectionals, at least in my memory. Well, they're in the B division playing smaller teams, but this B division is interesting. You got Bishop Kearney, who's a 4 seed. I think it's really going to come down to maybe I think Palmac versus either Hornell or maybe Waterloo, if Waterloo can play well. But Waterloo definitely, if they get through this one, is going to have a tough matchup with Hornell, but you never know. And then, of course, in the other division, at the top, I just think Bishop Kearney is going to go there. Livonia is a young basketball team, and they're led by Downey, but I still think the two class teams, the favorites, have got to be Palmac and Bishop Kearney. Inside, dump, and the shot is good. Tom Coleman, better known as DC, is into the game for Waterloo, and he can certainly stroke the J. He had 3 3-pointers against Palmac in a short period of time. This kid's a good ball handler here, Marcus Pete. Dumps it inside, shot, no, rebound belongs to Mike Woodard. I want to thank everybody from Abigail's Restaurant and our friends at the Abram Gleason Company and Through the Garden Gate in Macedon for their support of Section 5 basketball right here on the track. And as we said, promoting it coming up in the next few weeks, you're just really going to see great action. We have a vault full of games, and you join us on Saturday mornings. And of course, and a nice move in there by Veldon. Really, Waterloo is playing well right now. I'm impressed. This team has gone through a lot this season, some ups and downs. And see, that was just not a good move by the Wellsville player. He drove in, he stopped, picked up his dribble, and Coleman was popped there, but he's used to that. He's the quarterback on the football team. And of course, DC Coleman, the great Syracuse player from back in the late 80s. And DC's a nicer guy than him, because Derek wasn't always nice at Syracuse, and certainly he hasn't done much in the pros to enhance that image. But DC Coleman, a great kid, and he's going to be a pivotal part of that Waterloo football team next season. They're going to have to fill some holes. They lost a lot of kids. Of course, Lamphere and Algier and the rest of the gang. And they went to the Section 5 finals. There's another one they're going to have to fill in. Matt Morin. They just couldn't get that trophy. They would love, wouldn't it be ironic for them to win it in basketball after all the success in football and not being able to win it? Inside, that's a nice look. The spin, the shot, and the rebound belongs to Nick Salvatore, who I know plays football. They had a good football team at Wellsville, 6'3", 230. This guy is a horsey inside. But not a good entry pass right there. Here's Morin, laid it up. Oh, he missed the chippy, and he's fouled over the top by David Hernandez. 12-8 is our score. Now the inbound. R.J. Ellison is into the game for the Indians, but we are glad you could join us. Whenever you may be watching this, this is Saturday Morning Hoops, and yeah, that's a travel. That was a definite travel, without a doubt. Take 2 steps, you've got to do something with it, and Wellsville will get the ball. We're at Marcus Whitman High School, and the reason that we're playing over here, trying to get it a little bit closer. The rules in Section 5 are basically this. First round and second round, you get the higher seeded team gets a home game. It always wasn't like that. Nice play by Waterloo offense, but let's take another look at this. This is a great setup by Waterloo here. This is a good right chart. laid claim to that land in there, and that was a definite offensive foul. But it was a great play by Waterloo in the fact that there was only 3 seconds left, 3.5, and they were able to get it in and get basically a layup shot. Now Wellsville just has to throw it in. I mean, if you don't get a turnover down there, and that'll end the quarter. After 12 on time, so here comes the inbounds for Wells. Some great action if you're joining us on the Saturday morning show. Your first look at this one. This one is fresh too. We're working on it to the wee hours of the morning, Saturday morning, so we are glad that you're along with us. Some great action coming up tonight if you want to get out and catch a game. Pelmac will be at home. They're taking on Whalen Cohocton. Canandaigua was at home. They'll be playing Edison Tech. So some local teams will be playing, and you won't have to drive that far if you're looking for a game to go watch. There's girls action around the area, inside, and an easy one. Check your paper. They'll tell you where all the games are and such. There's a three-point shot. Not a good shot there because man was right up in his face. We want to thank everybody who's helping to support sports track like LT Rice Preferred Flooring and Nugent Trustworthy Hardware, along with everybody at Seneca Auto, and there is DC Coleman. Everyone at the Koganung Funeral Home and Patchen Real Estate. They're all wishing Waterloo the best of luck in this game. Of course, we're squeezing for Waterloo in the sense that we've got a Finger Lakes team. We want all the Wayne County Finger Lakes teams, East and West, to do well. They're kind of our teams down here in the sports track region. We want as many to be able to get in for a chance at the big house at the War Memorial, and of course to play for a Section 5 championship, to hold the trophy high in front of your hometown fans. Now the fake, the shot, the bank, the miss, the rebound to Pete. Marcus Pete with the ball. And he just gets it stripped away. Now the other way, Santiago. Corner, here's Moore, nice drive to the hole, put it up. He's a contortionist in there. He can make some great moves with his body, but he couldn't get that one to go, and now we go the other way. The Wellsville Lions with the basketball. There have been a few early upsets in the tournament. Certainly Mid-Lakes beating Geneva. Tell you the Monday night show is jam-packed with great contests for you. And that one is going to go out into the corner. 15-10. And out on the court. Remember, there are 20-second timeouts now. Quickly forward there, it's a 5-point game. DC Coleman with the basketball. What a job Fairport did on Mercy in girls basketball. Tricia Renevich held the 12 points, and you know, it wasn't a triple team job either. That was Caitlin Howe, the 9th grader, who's being recruited by many Division I schools early, played her straight up man to man. I'm sure she got a little help. But from all the reports I've had, definitely they did a great job on her and just blew Mercy out. And having to get some of these reports as I have down covering the SUNYAC tournament at the Utica Auditorium, filing this report here on Sports Track, and we will be back down there for the finals this afternoon in men's and women's. and then more great Section 5 action. So we are spinning the basketball wheel. All right, we're going to move ahead to the next possession here. Inside, a drive, a shot, and Didsbury, the sophomore, put it in. Of course, we cut through all of it here at Sports Track. Get right to the games. We know that's what you want to see. You don't want to spend 2 hours watching a game, even an hour and 45 minutes or so. You want to see the highlights. You try to get it to you in its entirety, and then we move on. So at the line for Wellsville is Matt Cannon. This kid's a big guy, 6'7", 185. It's interesting when I've seen about 6 college games this week already in person, Division III style, down covering the SUNYAC tournament. And I will tell you this, that the one thing I would tell any high school kid is this: get on the weights. And even if you've got some muscle there, get some more, because you aren't going to be able to play at the next level unless you get on those weights. Because it is amazing when I watch high school games after watching 3 or 4 college games in a week in person and seeing just the size. Obviously the guys there are 20, 19, 20, 21 years old. A lot of these kids are 17, 18 years old. If you want to have any shot, it's the difference that I do see to get to the point is that it's just the physical size of the players. And that was a foul right there that should have been called. It wasn't. But they're big and they can play, and there's a 3-point butter shot right there. And we get a timeout called by the Tribe. But you can see a kid like D.C. Coleman. Now here's a sophomore, and you know that he plays football because you can see his upper body there, how strong he is in his legs, and he's just a 10th grader. But for any kids that are involved, once you get into the 9th and 10th grade level, I don't suggest it so much for junior high kids and such, but when you get it in the 9th grade, you've really got to, in 10th grade, you've really got to start seriously getting on the weights. And if you're a junior now, or even a senior, and you plan on playing in college, Division III, 2, 1, junior college, obviously there aren't many. Oh, what a beautiful move inside by Mike Woodard. You know what you have to do to play Division I, but 2 or 3 level, I mean, you have got to, or even junior college, you got to get on the weights. Good defense by the Tribe right now. Inside, and a little left-handed baby hook. It's Jack Sikma style. Now Coleman splits. Oh, what a beautiful move by D.C. Coleman. Oh, we'll take another look at that one. That was a Sherman Douglas style and a foul out front. And right here, you're going to watch D.C. Coleman defenders. Chim out right here with no play. Oh, and the butter. Somebody asked the other day, what is the butter? Well, right there, when it's, when it just is smooth. And that is exactly what Coleman did right there. Been a foul-free game, really. We hardly have been at the line at all. Shot is good for 3. But Wellsville is just kind of hanging around here. You know, there's been talk. Some people say, well, you know, some of the classes, there are definitely some mismatches and such like that. That maybe the classes have been watered down a little bit. You know, with 11 or 12 teams, and some of them you get 6 or 7 teams that don't even really belong in it. And I think the point of Section 5 is they want to crown as many champions as possible. I wouldn't want to see any more classes created. I think they should eliminate one of the Class C divisions. Shot, no. I like the A, and then B and double B, and, you know, D and double D. But I think with the C's, so you have a few extra teams. You have to go with 18 in a class. Now the other way, here come the Indians, a little stop. Oh, he could have taken that shot, Didsbury, and he didn't. Remember, Joe Klingerman is not playing with the ball club, and so they have to adjust, losing a 6'6" guy inside, a big body at 250. But I think Waterloo is playing well. And then we get a foul over the top. 21-20 is our score. It's a 1-point lead for the Indians, 7th seeded against the 10 Wellsville. Usually these are pretty good matchup, like the 8 and 9 and the 7 and 10. The biggest upset early in the tournament was Mid-Lakes beating Wayne. And really, Mid-Lakes was put a lick on them. They were up by 15, 16 points in the second half, and Wayne cut it down. They made a three-pointer at the end that cut it down to 1, but Mid-Lakes came up with a big win. Had some great action for you on our Monday night show. Jam-packed. And you may be catching this at different times. Some added extra plays for you here on the track, and if you are, remember our show, our main sports track show, Saturday mornings 10 to 12:30, Monday nights from 8 o'clock on, sometimes to 11 or more, but we're starting at 7:30 on Monday night because we have so many games. We're going to pop in 4 games for you. And we encourage you to go out and support your local team, but we know that it's tough. You know, we know that, look at Palmac playing tonight, boys and girls in the same night. Oh, what a beautiful move by Velt. Little Dr. J finger roll, and now the steal by Santiago. Oh, what a big effort by Waterloo to end the first half of play. 2 quick hoops. Let's walk and Casper, you can look a little now. Oh, this is just finger styles. He challenged big man, and with about 6 he hits that shot, and then stole it. Look at this shot right against another 6 guy. Up and nails some butter. And at the half, Waterloo extends it. 27-22. We told you there isn't anything around here. We want you to see as many highlights as possible. One place you're going to see all the teams from all the schools. It's right here on the track. Well, Monday night we're going to have some great games. Palmac taking on Whalen Cohocton. And of course, South Seneca against Wheatland Shiloh. And we're still filling in the rest. Geneva and Mid-Lakes will be going at it. And much, much more. And we've got so many teams to look at. Victor and Sutherland, and Red Jacket and Clyde, and Penn Yan. And Marcus Whitman and Northworth. All these games are coming up. We want to show you the teams that are still alive. And then we kind of back up from there. Because we know once the season ends, of course, there's time to show those. But with the teams that are still in it, they continue to play. In a situation that just, this weekend here, Friday night, teams like Newark winning, and then they've got to go right on and play Monday night. I always think that's very tough. There isn't a lot that goes on Sunday, so basically you've got like a day to work on some things, and then if a team that you had been looking at maybe didn't win or there was an upset, now you've got a day really to get out, to work out all the new things that you're going to have to put in. But when you get to this point, you're going to basically do just about what you've done. You can scout a team, but you still have to execute. And you have to know some of the things that they do, some of their tendencies. But sometimes, nice shot by Velt. Sometimes I think teams at this point of the year kind of try to over-scout and things like that. Now the other way in a foul. And obviously, they have all these games on for you, and girls action as we move on into a deep Section 5 tournament. And of course, the regionals in Section 5 basketball in Rochester this season. So you'll be able to catch all that when they play the Buffalo teams. We want to thank everybody who has helped support Waterloo Indian basketball all season, like the Koganung Funeral Home and Patchen Real Estate, everybody at the Teleho Trading Post, Seneca Auto, and the Nugent Trustworthy Hardware folks. Without their help, it would not have been possible. Next one is no, and the rebound belongs to Cannon for the Wellsville Lions. Now we go the other way. But they have some great girls softball teams in Wellsville. They just are in a great picture there. And I believe her last name's Regan. Jill Regan, I think, is her first name. Division I player. Inside, kicked, put it up, no. And now Velt, and he thought about it, pulled it up. And the ball is thrown off the knee of a Wellsville player. I want to also thank our friends at Abigail's Restaurant, everybody at Through the Garden Gate in Macedon, Lane's Garage in Palmyra, our friends at Herondine Brothers Hardware in Shortsville, and the Abram Cleason Company. And we get a hold. 5:39 remaining in the third. It's 30-25. Good ball game between Waterloo and Wellsville. Wellsville had just hit a shot, and then Waterloo came down, and they were fouled, and now we're going to continue with the action. And the shot is good. Well, we hope your team is still alive in the tournament, but now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty after tonight, because you get to the Final Four in all of the classes. A lot of the Finger Lakes teams now getting close to being eliminated, or have been. Good defense there, and a good no call, because he had his right to the position, but it wasn't a charge. And the ball is out underneath. But as we said, some great games for you. Monday night is just a a jam-packed show. Palmac and the Waco connection, Whale and Cohocton, South Seneca and Wheatland, Shiloh. Also got some great action for you. Clyde in Red Jacket. We've got Victor in Pittsford Sutherland, Mid Lakes, Geneva. We get as many games in as possible. And of course, more great action next Saturday morning. And hopefully we're going to be on next Thursday at 9 o'clock. Some special, couple of special shows for you as we move close to the finals. We'll be previewing all the finals. How about the Williamson Marauders? They, with a great performance last night by Nate Bradley. 25 points, and they have really been a well-kept secret all season long. Jim Leonard back there doing a great job, and they'll be playing at the Big House Monday night. After beating Perry. And the ball goes out of bounds. The Marion Black Knights have advanced. What a big win. But we told you they were a sleeper. And they beat Kendall. And our teams, I think, just play in tougher leagues down here. Wayne County is you know, a C league. C in a D team with Gananda. And I think all of those teams in Wayne County are really proving they can play some ball. Clyde and Lyons and Marion and Williamson, the shot is through. Now Wayne was beaten, but they're playing up in Double B. And a timeout. 3:43 to go in the third. It's 30-29. Wellsville just keeps hanging around. The Lions with the basketball. They could tie it up here. And really, it looks, if you didn't have a scoreboard, you'd think that they'd been outplayed, and it's only a one-possession game. D.C. Coleman now with the basketball for the Indians. Here's a three-point shot that is good. And that was a big shot because it gets it back up to 6 when Wellsville was cutting it down. Shot outside, no rebound. In, and Cannon converts. This kid, with some work, I think could be a pretty good player. He's 6'7", and you cannot teach that. You can teach a lot of things, but you can't teach 6'7". Either you have it or you don't. Santiago with just an ill-advised shot. He took that in against about 6 guys. Talking about exciting players, Jason Williams, this kid from Sacramento and the Kings, if you haven't seen him yet, and a nice look inside by Morin, but this Jason Williams is talking like he is the new Maravich. And there is only Pistol Pete Maravich, my favorite player ever, who brought something new and an excitement to the game that had never been seen before. But Jason Williams caught him on the dish a couple of times, and I will tell you, this guy can flat out play, and he is exciting. And of course, if you've seen some of his moves on Sports Center or whatever, this guy, it's not just all those highlights. He can really play the game. It is very, very exciting. The NBA, we haven't talked a lot about it. It's in full gear now. Boy, the Bulls You buy a bowl of soup at Denny's and you can get a ticket. This game doesn't have the excitement really that a sectional contest you would always normally feel. But when teams, have struggled during the season, there's a pretty good turnout here at Marcus Whitman, but there just isn't the emotion that you see in a lot of sectional games. Shot is missed. That is probably going to pick up as we move towards the fourth quarter, because you realize if you're a senior, it is your last game in your hometown team's uniform. There's something special about high school basketball, whether you talk about Division III and Division I basketball, Division II, wherever, in college, there is that special feeling. It's the town you grew up in, your relatives live there, your friends. It's the kid that's your paper boy or bags your groceries or whatever. And when it comes down to, this may be my final 8 minutes, tighten up a little bit and maybe you dig in a little more, because this may be it. And no matter what type of season you've had, like Wellsville and Waterloo, both who have had losing seasons, you want to go out with at least with a win in the sectionals. Shot that was short. They got a good look. Here comes Santiago, who put up a shot. And sometimes Santiago, I think, is a talented player, but he really tries to do a little bit too much. And right there, a couple of trips in a row now, he forced a shot, and now we get a travel call. You have to play within yourself, especially at the point guard spot. You really can't look to score from the point spot. You have to look to pass first. And points are a lot of times just a bonus. And you want that scoring coming out of the 2-guard or the 3-man inside, and a foul. Good work on the boards by the Tribe. Didsbury, good-looking sophomore. 108 on the 36-31. Waterloo on top, and now, as Lindsey Nelson used to say on Notre Dame nights, we moved to first action. We'll get the second foul shot. He made the first, and Didsbury put it in. There is a great tribute to our favorite coach at Sports Track ever, Mr. Tony Alvaro, in the Section 5 handbook, and certainly you can buy a program up at the War Memorial, but he's the winner of the Mark Viana Memorial Section 5 Boys Basketball Service Award. A great man, and he's in great company winning that award. And over the years, some of the great people who have won that, like Bill Farrell, who started so many of the great things involved with Section 5 basketball. And certainly Coach Alvaro is well overdue for that. He retired last year with not a whole lot of fanfare, and that's exactly how he likes it. But if you look up the word coach and friend in the dictionary, you're going to see the face of Coach Tony Alvaro and the name Tony Alvaro next to it. And I think that what really touched me about the article, and it sometimes people write things and they kind of interpret their own things, but what they said about it was that Alvaro said, his coaching philosophy was a lot more than winning or losing. And I quote him, he said, "I think that if kids turn out to be good people, then that is much more important than whether or not they won a lot of games." And unquote. And I think that really tells it like it is. Inside shot, no, and out of bounds. And he also said he believes that part of the responsibility of making kids good adults lies with the coach. Either positively or negatively, a coach has an effect on the kids he coaches. For that reason, a coach should try and live as well as he possibly can. I always tell a kid that he should never do anything that will embarrass him, his family, his school, his coach, his teammates, or his religion. And as they said in the article, Father Time, a living legend, coach extraordinaire. And we congratulate Tony Alvaro, the winner of the Mark Viana Memorial Section 5 Boys Basketball Service Award. Not a more deserving guy around. And glad to be able to call him a friend. And now Wellsville will take the ball out of bounds, and neither team really wants to take advantage here. You know, it seems like Waterloo can pull away. They can't really do too much. They don't, it's not that they don't want to pull away, but they just don't seem to be able to do it. Foul shot is missed. They're in the 1-and-1 right now. And let's go back to this play 1 second right here. Really bad foul on the other end by Wellsville. And now look at this play right here. I do not know what that was, but it wasn't pretty. And we have ended 3 quarters of basketball. But it was a bad foul by Wellsville. It didn't work out in a negative way because Waterloo missed. But with 1 second left, why foul a guy when he's 90 feet from the basket? Give him a 1-and-1. So now Waterloo, let's see if the seniors can step up. I'm really looking for Morin and some of the other veteran guys to really do some things now for them. Santiago is a senior. Woodard is a senior. And we're going to get a push called against the Indians. I'd like to thank all the folks who have been with us all season long. Koganung Funeral Home and Patchen Real Estate. Everybody at Seneca Auto and the Tally Ho Trading Post and Nugent Trustworthy Hardware, along with Garlic Sports Bar and Grill, the DeSica Insurance Agency, and Barrett Marine. Without their help, it would not have been possible. And there's one of the seniors, Matt Morin, who is not going to go down without a fight. And he laid it up and in. We want to thank everybody from the Heritage Fireplace and Stove Shop and Farmington Disposal and everybody at the Log Cabin Family Restaurant, for without their help, it would not have been possible. Now the other way. Lost, back, layup, missed it, rebound. Should have dumped the ball off there. Ellison had an easy dump off. And the other way, there's a lot of one-on-one basketball going on right now. Watch what happens. Where Ellison has just got to dump the ball off right there. He's got a man wide and a strip, and now the other way. A drive, and he had an easy pass over, and he doesn't make the play. And that is the difference in why you win 5 games during the season. You know, it's just not, that's not a good move right there. You've got somebody in your face, and Wellsville really had an opportunity to take the lead in this game. 3-point shot, bottom of the hole. And that was a huge one for the Indians. Getting it back up to 7 points. The winner will get Hornell. Big task for either of these teams. Nothing called, going the other way. So now Waterloo has really got to go and just say to themselves, let's take this clock down a little, inside of 15 seconds, and then work the offense. Let's milk it down a little We've got a 7-point lead. Let's be patient. Wellsville has really not looked like much, but they're staying in the game. If Waterloo goes on to play Hornell, a game at Hornell, shot, and it hit the top, the bracket. So now Wellsville looking for a hoop the other way. Glad you're along with us for some Saturday morning basketball. Monday night, just a jam-packed show. And we will get a 1-and-1 situation. Monday night, there's a triple header at the War Memorial. C game will be Wellsville or Williamson in action up there, and then in the double B contest, you'll have HFL playing Batavia, and then Newark and Geneva going at it. So one Finger Lakes team is going to get in there. And really almost 3 advance, with Penn Yan losing by a point to Batavia, unbelievably. Penn Yan's really picked it up in sectional time the last couple of years. Made it to the state Final Four last year. Shot, no. Rebound. Good quickness by Coleman to get it back. Shot by Allison, and he put it in. Now the other way. Here comes Wellsville. Stop and a foul. Go to the line for 2. 8-point lead. Wellsville, the Lions really need it, and it goes in. A little double bump there. Then, of course, on Tuesday night, the B finals, or semifinals. And we'll know what happens after tonight and all that. Certainly we could have a Pelmac Waterloo semifinal. The Will and Cohocton beat Lions this year. Pelmac's been playing without Tom Warner, who's been injured. Hurt them in their last couple of games. He's really a floor leader, a first-team all-league player. Shot is good. Big shot by Matt Morin. And again, the excitement is a little bit missing from this game. The crowd is not really into it. He made that 3 and about 16 people clapped. Now inside. Good quickness, turnaround. Oh, look what I found for Wellsville. Tim McCardle, you know, of course, James McCardle, great player for the Victor Blue Devils. Now here's a 3-point shot. Don't think that's what they wanted right there. A quick shot by one of their big guys, and Eddie Dyson, and Waterloo will get it back. I want to thank everybody again, from the Koganung Funeral Home, Patchen Real Estate, Seneca Auto, Nugent Trustworthy Hardware, LT Rice Preferred Flooring, Garlic Sports Bar and Grill, the DeSica Insurance Agency, and Barrett Marine, and of course, and there is Matt Moore, and again, everybody at Abigail's Restaurant in Waterloo. Shot, no. Rebound to the Indians. Morin's got it. Now we're going to move ahead just a little, about 10 seconds. It's 49-39. Waterloo basketball at the line. Foul shot is good, so it's an 11-point game, and it looks like Waterloo moving on to take on Hornell. We have camera crews spread out all over the Finger Lakes region. If you'd be interested in obtaining a videotape copy of any of our shows, please give us a call at 315-597-1223, and we'd love to hear your positive comments. The negative ones, just don't call us. No, we're just joking. But really, we love the feedback. It's something unique that you're not going to find almost anywhere else. The coverage that we are giving to the sectionals. We are about all the teams from all the schools. There's a shot that is up and in. Smart play by Morin. Let the clock run a little bit. Every second is valuable. But Santiago needs to get it out now. He doesn't need a lot of dribbling. They need to work the ball, and that's what they're getting too much of now. They just got to keep swinging the ball and take the clock down inside of 10 seconds and then look for something. And right there, they lose it. That's exactly what Wellsville wants. Little move inside. It'll count. He was fouled. That is Esteban Zabo, who made the shot right there. And back the other way. Santiago. Right now, Waterloo just needs to spread the court out. And for some reason, they take that shot. I've got to tell you right there, that is a horrible shot that Waterloo got right there. I mean, it went in, and the ball's out of bounds. Back to the play on the timeout. Now, you've got a minute to go in the game. There's 25 seconds clock. Big top there. Just a huge pick. And that's a foul, and those are the things that can happen. Dyson set the pick. Right here, this is an unbelievably tough shot. Why not get the ball out and just take 20, 30 seconds off? And then you got a 7-point lead with under a minute to go. He hit it, but I didn't like the selection. See, those are the things that people look at. It went in, but yeah, but in a crunch time situation, and this certainly is that, you just don't need it. But in a 2-point game, it's a lot different. Shot for 3, and Wellsville needed a timeout there to be able to set up their pressure. But again, you just stand out by the Wildcat there and say, come get me. Santiago gets away, and finally, he'll go to the line. 52-40, 50 seconds to go in the game. Luis Santiago missed the first one. He was short. He'll get one more. This is a big one because it gets it to a 3-possession game. Shot it, and he missed that one too. And now Wellsville has to look for a 3-ball right here. And they get a good look, and they hit it. Timeout. Great work by Chris Comstock. And the Wellsville fans are loving it. 52-49 with 41-6 to go in the basketball game. Wellsville needs to keep them in the backcourt, try to steal that inbounds pass. They've elected to foul. And D.C. Coleman will go to the line. Remember, Waterloo beat Newark this season, tied for the league championship. That is a big one. That gets it to a 2-possession game. Now, Wellsville needs to come down and get a 2-pointer. They need to come down and get a 2-pointer to stop the clock with a timeout. Waterloo is going to press. I think that's a good decision. They're going to put heat on them. And we're going to get traveling call. So now Wellsville must try to steal the inbounds. If they don't, they've got to foul quickly. Now you just hold it until they come get you, and we get the foul. 3-3 shot is good. One more. Next one by Velt is no good. And Waterloo gets the rebound, but Bill is still scrapping with go. And a big shot by Morin. And this would just about ice it. They just need one trip of defense, Waterloo. And that should do it. Now Wellsville needs not that one. Now that one they need an inside tip tap, and they just can't get it in, and now they do when they get the timeout. That was the right play by Wells. Get a 2. They were down by 8. The problem is it took them about 10 seconds or so. Waterloo needs to get it in, and we're going to get a foul off of the ball. And that will be 2 shots. And a miss. Really all Waterloo needs now to ice it is to make one of these. Well, they missed the first, because then it's a 3-possession game and it's over with. There's no way they're going to get it 3 more times and make 3 baskets. And I'll bet on that. And that one is good. And now Wellsville still being in it. They need to go down and get a 2 right here as quick as they can. Instead, we're going to get a foul called. Waterloo will be moving on to take on Hornell in the next round. And the foul shot is good, and certainly Matt Moore, and to put him up as the player of the game for Waterloo. He's really shown a lot of leadership, stepped up in the 4th quarter. And no fouls here. You just need to bet and let them go. And the Indians are moving on. I want to thank all the businesses who help support Waterloo Indian basketball. We follow them through the sectionals, and that will do it. 60-51 is our final. And now the basketball show rolls on.